This is your off-camera reporter, Mr. Lobo, with our news on the march for March. I've got my correspondent, Sit Stands, out in the field. Sits, how's it sitting out there?
I'm all right, but I'm trying to get my on-camera to work. I've been standing on this camera.
Well, I'm still your off-camera announcer. This is Mr. Lobo, and this is the Sleepless Knights news for March. And boy, do we got a lot of things coming your way. First of all, we want to thank all of our Patreon supporters for supporting the Sleepless Knights podcast, because this isn't for everyone. This is for just the special ones, the ones that really appreciate the 3 a.m. conversation and appreciate all the weirdness that comes on this show, because every podcast is like listening to a totally different show, practically. Goes all over the place. Wouldn't you say, Paul?
Sure.
You don't want to miss that witty banter. And if you've been supporting us on Patreon, or if you're thinking about supporting us on Patreon, we have something exciting called Sticker Club. At a certain level, what's the base level for Sticker Club?
I think it's like $20 and above.
And it's at the Sticker Club level. You get a booklet, and then every quarter you get 5 stickers. And so the first set of stickers went out for the early bird patrons. And those were I guess technically the quarter 4 2020 stickers went out with those first booklets. And now we've got quarter 1 for 2021, an entirely new set of stickers. We're calling them the Evolutions set. It's got a Mr. Lobo and Alan Smithy back to back, like the 2 Corys. It's got the life model decoy version of the pantsless producer, or is it the life model? What is it?
That pantsless decoy, I believe.
That pantsless decoy is the official name.
Yes.
Paul, the duplicate of Paul that lives under our front porch. 2 versions of my computer and Paul's computer, a 70s version of Gal 9000, which is Paul's computer, and Abacus, which is always its 70s form, at least it has, because it's the same as it's been on the show forever. If you watch Cinema Insomnia, you've seen Abacus before. And a special mystery sticker of two forms of a popular character from both the podcast and Cinema Insomnia.
Right, you missed one.
And yes, the standard logo, the new logo sticker. Mm-hmm. I always forget the logo sticker because I forget what the evolution aspect of it is. And the evolution aspect of it is Bryce.
It's Bryce, right?
Because he's not a normal cat. He is a hyper evolved space kitty. He's got two tails, 4 ears, and 6 legs. You have to see it to believe it.
And I believe we sold a sticker club just on that whole, just Bryce being on a sticker aspect.
Bryce is Paul's cat in space, as we know it on the podcast. And for a limited time, you also get a bonus sticker, right? Not just the mystery sticker, but a bonus sticker. And this is one you're going to want. I think this is probably the marquee sticker of the whole set. Mm-hmm. So it's a sticker you want, and so if you join us now, you'll get them all, and they're very nice. They're nice stickers. The books are cool, and if you want to see how those sticker books look, Paul, our pantsless producer, did an incredible unboxing of our sticker club on his brand new. I'm putting licorice in my mouth. Why am I putting licorice in my mouth in the middle of news?
I don't know.
Paul's brand new. It's not brand new, but
it's not really brand new.
But it's newly.
It's
relaunched, out of mothballs.
Out of mothballs,
YouTube.
out of the archive. It hasn't been used in like 2 years.
So Paul has rejuvenated his YouTube. His YoohooTube, and he's put some new content on his YouTube, and the new content is some unboxings mostly.
Some proof of concept, I like to call them, because there's
you definitely want to go, if they just go to the Bestow TV YouTube.
Yes, youtube.com/bestowtv.
youtube.com/bestowtv. Check out the sticker club unboxing, as if you want to see what that looks like.
Warning ahead of time is that special offer sticker is shown in that video, so you will see what it is.
Ooh, spicy.
That's a spicy meatball.
We've been having a lot of fun with some of our other platforms. Paul's been back on YouTube. Mr. Lobo has been doing quite well with our Twitch situation. We've been doing Cinema Insomnia Twitch, and we are playing the podcast before we start the Twitch sometimes. So please tune in. You could hear a random episode of the podcast, but mainly the main course is that we watch 2 feature films on Saturday nights, and which is 10 p.m. Eastern,
right?
7 Pacific.
When that jackass Bestow TV isn't accidentally like stomping on top of that time.
Doing Animal Crossing at the same time. Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome. Hey, I promoted the Twitch while we were doing it, when we had audio. And I also was promoting it when we didn't have audio.
But often at 9 o'clock, I do a pre-show, and that's I'm not playing Animal Crossing. I usually do Q&A. So come for the pre-show. Stay for the double feature of Cinema Insomnia. But also, hopefully we can get Paul in there one of these days.
I think we should do one of those gaming nights. I think you and I should play like some like monster games on like the Xbox or something. Now that I got the Switch the capture card rather working on my end, we should do a game night.
That's a great idea. Maybe we could play Left 4 Dead or something.
Then we can simulcast.
Yeah, you could simulcast it on your Twitch.
And then send everybody to your Twitch.
You could raid my Twitch from your Twitch. Anyway, Twitch has been pretty exciting, actually. It's pretty hopping for us. So that's kind of a new thing. We are also, speaking of media and things that are new and things that are exciting, we have coming up in the OSI 74 .square.site, which is our new shop, OSI74.square.site. We have a brand new product that is going into pre-order, and this is more than just a pre-order. This is a opportunity for you to get a credit, get your name in the DVD, right, Paul?
In the Blu-ray.
Or the Blu-ray. Yeah. Oh my God, Blu-ray and the DVD.
And the streaming service.
And the streaming. So, so we have a brand new Blu-ray. This is the first time Mr. Lobo's ever been on a Blu-ray. I don't even know if Plan 9 had a Blu-ray. Maybe it did. But definitely, this is my first Blu-ray, I guess, of a project that is in-house, so to speak, right? I've been maybe in someone else's movie that may have ended up being on a Blu-ray,
right?
But none that I can think of offhand. So I think this might be my first appearance on a Blu-ray. But enough jaw jacking. I'm going to get right to it. This is the long-awaited compilation of season 1 of Mr. Lobo Does. Mr. Lobo.
Mr. Lobo just does my breath. I don't know what you were doing.
Oh, okay.
I need a tic tac.
Okay. You need a tic tac after your breath. I'm just holding a piece of licorice, waiting to put it back in my mouth.
You're like waiting for him to say cut so I can eat this. I'm going to chew you. I'm going to make you into poo.
Oh no, Paul, how can we're trying to do our big announcement about our Blu-ray and then you go right to poo every time?
Well, then we make some poo-ray.
Poo-ray. It's on your poo-ray disc. No. So Mr. Lobo Does is a video series that we did for YouTube originally. and we did 17 of them, I think. Is that right?
I think there's 18.
18 of them?
I think there's 18 of them, yeah.
And we just explored all kinds of different topics, all kinds of different themes, and in a manner that only Mr. Lobo can. And it definitely was a highly fun, highly experimental era of making videos with Paul. A lot of good memories making those videos. And I think a lot of them are...
One of those videos is double award winning on top of it. They've got their clover leaves? No, they're not clover leaves. What are they?
Laurels.
Laurels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got their laurels and hardies. They got a laurel and hardy handshake.
A hearty handshake and a laurel from a film festival. Yes, some of the was it procrastination, right? Mr. Lobo does procrastination.
Yep.
Did that get laurels?
It's got a pair of laurels. Yep, two of them.
Two of them. So these are like short films, basically. And I think they're all, some are pseudo informative, but mostly it's just for laughs. And I would definitely, if you're a fan of Mr. Lobo, if you're a fan of Paul's producing, Paul's humor, my humor, this is a must-have Blu-ray. We have, but you won't be just getting the Blu-ray. You'll be getting the Blu-ray, the double DVD set, and you'll be getting the online version.
Correct. The streaming version. Yep.
The streaming version. And you'll be getting the sticker, the hologram Mr. Lobo does sticker. So you get the hologram sticker, you get the download code, you get the DVD, 2 DVDs, and the Blu-ray of Mr. Lobo does, and you get your name in it if you pre-order.
Get your name in. So all of that.
The low cost of $65, you can be a star, and you get all this amazing stuff. So plus a personal note for Mr. Lobo. So all of that stuff I feel is well worth the price. Please pre-order your Mr. Lobo does. We're going to have it. We're going to probably do a 30-day pre-order.
Yeah.
So this offer will be good for 30 days. So get on there, get on the OSI74.square.site, pre-order your Mr. Lobo does DVD, please. You'll be glad you did. And while you're there, you might as well pick up a Sleepless Knights mug, because we have a mug with the hypnotic eye from Cinema Insomnia. There's a lot of other really cool things. OSI 74 stuff. We're going to have to try to get all of our stuff for all of our projects. Get some Sleepless Knights merch up in the OSI 74 shop as well. Yep. And I think, is there anything we forgot? Oh yeah, the whole reason we're here. Our schedule of episodes for March. Paul, you got our schedule ready?
Nope.
Fantastic. All right, good night, everybody.
We've got, for March, and we're going to backtrack just a little bit, but starting with episode 79, we've got Around the Web, which dropped on March 3rd. That features Blair and Dana Webb, a Wakeless Days episode. Yay.
It's all Paul all the time.
All Paul, and not the ugly, short, balding Paul.
No, not the pantsless decoy, but the real
Paul.
The real deal.
Or is it the real Paul? You need to tune in and find out. Episode 80 is the Getting Irish Jiggy Wit It.
Wow, that's horrible.
Wit.
You just keep saying it.
Wit. Well, that's because, I had to look it up, because it's like, we kept stumbling on titling this, and I think it was like segment 4 or 5. We finally like, oh, it should be Irish Jig. It should be Irish Jig because it's a holiday episode. And then smart ass me is like, well, I should look up Getting Jiggy Wit It. And that's how it's spelled, is Getting Jiggy Wit It. So I just added Irish because I am that original that I just added Irish. And probably me and a billion other people probably came to that same conclusion. But it's Getting Irish Jiggy Wit It.
Wow.
Comes out on the 10th. It is our
St. Patrick's Day episode.
Yeah. And it It's a.
I mean, you could have just called it the St. Patrick's Day episode.
I could have, but we got a lot of things that are this or maybe that or yes this or not that. So
All right.
I mean, and then you get a couple clicks of people thinking that they're going to get Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know?
Yeah, they're going to get Will Smith. Yeah.
Episode 81, our Irish theme like tips over and goes into an extra episode. So in 81, we get our Nada episode, which is a Nada the Leprechaun series episode on the 17th.
Yes, Nada Leprechaun franchise episode.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Then we get to 82, and we break all of our rules that was established since 001. Yes, a Star Wars episode. It's a first episode.
Yes, a Star Wars episode. That's exciting. It's funny because I always said that every podcast is just two guys complaining about Star Wars, which is why we had not a Star Wars episode. But we are two middle-aged guys who like to complain about Star Wars, so we finally just gave in to the dark side. And so that is our big Star Wars episode. And man, that felt good. I felt like we really downloaded something we'd been holding back for quite a while.
Well, I mean, it took us 82 episodes. Basically it took us 81 episodes, not counting the first episode, to not talk about it. And, if we were smarter, we should have held out to our like two-year anniversary episode. But, it's Star Wars. We can't wait. Yeah. And then the final one is 083. It is currently untitled, but it is for the April Fool's Easter holiday. So it's another holiday episode. There's a lot of holidays because I was doing some research for April, and there's like a holiday every week in April.
Man, we have had so many holiday episodes of the podcast. I feel like we haven't missed a single holiday.
But this one will drop on the 31st of this month.
Okay. Good. Looking forward to it. We've got merchandise. We've got merchandise, yes, as Yogurt would say.
Merchandising. I mean, we do have the merchandise unlocked on our Patreon, so we may be considering like Patreon exclusive merchandise at some time.
Yes,
maybe,
yes.
Sort of.
Yeah, well, yeah, we've got all the artwork, so we just need to start putting it on stuff and see how that works with Patreon making the stuff. And if you don't like the stuff that Patreon is making, or if you do like the stuff that Patreon is making and you're subscribed to those tiers, we're going to need that feedback, because if this is something that really works, that might be how we do all of our stuff, is having them do, because that saves us a step if we don't have to make the merch for you as well as make a show for you.
Well, I mean, this would also be a good time to, like, if we're doing something exclusive through the Patreon, what would you like to have?
Yeah, comments. And what are some of the things that they offer?
T-shirts, stickers, art cards, posters, long sleeve shirts, mugs.
Okay.
I read something in there that it takes a little bit of work, but we can almost come up with a loot box if we wanted to do something like that down the line.
Okay. All right.
I know I was experimenting on my other Patreon with the stickers, is that we can do a sticker thing where we just input 4 stickers in there, and they'll just release those stickers quarterly themselves, and they keep track of it. But where we're following quarterly on the calendar, they're following quarterly by subscriber, so you have to actually be subscribed for 3 months in order to get that sticker.
That's interesting. At least they're keeping track of that, because that would be a pain to keep track of.
Tell me about it.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. That's all exciting, all good. Thank you for being with us another month at the Sleepless Knights of Insomnia podcast. And is that it for news, Paul? Did we forget anything?
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
Everybody knows that, Paul. You're never wearing any pants. All right. Well, thank you. This has been your March news for the Sleepless Knights.